Hello, guys. Hi. We're back with another episode of ADHDivas. We have a short episode today since GCW is on, and we're trying to catch that pre-show, and we have a post-show for that on Body Slam if you're interested. But let's start with Kiley. Kiley, what do you have for us today?
Okay, I have a confession. So, I was supposed to walk on Legos. I have no Legos. The store had no Legos, I guess supply chain. But what I do have are my 2-year-old nephew's wooden blocks. Now, I don't know if it'll hurt the same, but appreciate my effort. I'm going to dump these out on the ground. I'm going to walk over them, and I'm going to do it for you people.
Not a You People promo.
And you people promo. I'm not a train track. Okay, you ready? If I fall and break an ankle, call my doctor. Wow, okay. I did it for you.
That was very anticlimactic, but
Yeah, that was so
well, I rolled my ankle, and then I was like, okay, this has to be done, and then I took a big step. I stepped, and I was like, oh no. And then I stepped, rolled my ankle, I was done.
Okay, that's fair. We'll give you another punishment soon enough. Who wants to do the announcement? Not it.
Oh, not it.
I mean, you were last, baby.
What if we count 1, 2, 3, and then we say it at the same time?
We all don't know what we're saying though. We didn't. There's many words that we can say.
Can you do it?
Wait, I'm doing it.
We have
You
a
were the
short
last to
episode.
say not
Someone
it.
needs to say it.
Okay, we'll say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We have a new show.
And it's called.
This is so horrible. Pause. I'll just do it. I'll post the
Okay.
abilities. We have a new show called Demo Divas, and it's coming out on the Fightful Overbooked channel. Thank you to Jeremy Lambert and Joel Pearl for helping us get that done. Let me show you guys because I got the logo here. Hey! Does somebody want to explain the premise of the show?
Yeah, so basically, we're going to be talking about women in wrestling, misogyny in wrestling, all sorts of gender-related issues. Because as members of the coveted 12 to 34 female demo, I feel like this is our shot to talk about women in wrestling and really, inform the people.
And we're going to be focused on looking at promotions, looking at their women's divisions, and kind of ranking them based off of how well they're doing when it comes to the booking, when it comes to how much talent is currently in the division, all of that stuff. We're very, very excited for this show. We'll be live Saturdays at 3 p.m. on the Fightful Overbooked channel, formerly the Distraction YouTube channel. We are so, so excited to bring you guys this show. Honestly, I have no idea how it's going to go. We haven't had any production meetings for it yet. We don't even know what the layout of the show is. But I do know we got to get through this show because we only have an hour. So let's catch up quickly. Let's say 2 things that happened in the week that we didn't do the show.
Well, I went to the casino and I made no money. And I didn't lose any money, though. And last night I went to an indie wrestling show. It was an all-women show, the Diamond Cup Generation Championship Wrestling. Check them out. Every match killed it. The women were incredible. Catalina Perez versus Maserati, match of the night. I hope they upload it somewhere because everyone needs to see that. Incredible.
Isn't Maserati your new favorite wrestler?
Oh, yeah, I bought her merch. I worked out in it today, and I felt so incredible. I felt like Superwoman.
Superwoman is high praise. Haley, what happened with you?
Not much. I mean, I got Taco Bell last week. I really wanted Taco Bell, and they messed up my order, but that's about it.
What happened with your KFC?
What do you mean my KFC?
Didn't you get the Beyond chicken?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good.
On 1 to 10, how good was it?
Maybe a 7. It was kind of hard. It's really tough. It's better if next day. You know how some things taste better the next day?
Oh, yeah.
Next day.
I feel that.
I got over COVID, I think. Now I can talk again. My mom is still testing positive, so
Oh.
hopefully we shall be okay soon. And I have new hair because I wanted to change my hair because I felt like it and I was locked in my room for multiple days at a time. So why not?
And it looks
Okay.
great.
Thank you. Let's talk Terminus. Let's start there. Okay, we don't have segments for you this week, but I wanted to start here because I do want to take one of Kylie's no's. My no of the week is Moose. No more Moose. No Moose on my TV. No Moose on my computer. No Moose on my Twitter trying to get a feud with Roman Reigns. No Moose. Me no like Moose. Okay, what were your guys' general thoughts about Terminus? Let's just talk like first show. What did you get? How were the vibes? What was your experience watching? And then we'll talk a little bit of like our match of the night and matches we liked the most.
General thoughts on Terminus. I thought it was cool. I thought the new rules were a little bit confusing, and it took me a little while to sort of adapt to them. But I thought, it added structure that a lot of pro wrestling doesn't have. I thought the talent they booked was really good. I thought they made all the right choices there. But as far as sort of booking of the matches and the way that the show was produced, I thought there was a lot of issues, especially when it came to the women. My number one gripe with the entire show was that they kept saying, unlike other shows, we have 2 women's matches. That's not a flex. It isn't. If you have to fill a quota for your women, then you have problems. We're not here for quotas. We're here for representation.
Here, just like Kiara. Haley, what did you think?
Concept-wise, I think it's a great concept in theory. I did enjoy the show. It did have a couple bumps, but it was the first show of many, hopefully. So, they can work that stuff out. Like, it's fine. But yeah, I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah, I think overall it was cool. I think the audio issues in the pre-show were a little bit of a turn-off for me. I don't like how the graphics were coming up on the screen for like the rope breaks and the timing of the matches. I thought it was a little bit Microsoft Wordy or PowerPointy. I would say even that with the tail of the tape graphics that they presented. I thought some better photo editing or graphic design work could have been used there. They have great graphics when it comes to announcing their participants and everything like that. I was expecting the same thing for that. I guess it might be different because it's live TV, but I think the camera work could have been a little bit better. I think the lighting was a little bit odd. Maybe I'm just nitpicking here, but I think the commentary was great.
Yeah, I thought the hard cam was a little weird. I thought because it was up high, I thought shooting down into the ring for a hard cam was odd. So I agree with you there.
Yeah. And I think the crowd setup was a little bit weird too. I mean, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt, the weather thing and everything. But I think the way that they were sitting and how there was like that upper like seating space, I thought that was kind of weird. I mean, that's the venue, I guess, but like how they were still like picturing it and making sure that you could see it as well. And then how they had like the bleachers over there on the left side. I thought that was super weird. Sorry, I guess I have lots of criticisms about Terminus I didn't know that I had until I got on here. Let's talk matches. What was your favorite match and your least favorite match? Let's do that, and we can talk about why. All of us can't say the main event. If you want to say the main event, we have to, like, one of us gets the main event.
Okay, well, you can have the main event then, Jaychele.
I didn't want the main event. That wasn't my match.
I'll take the main event. My favorite match was the main event, and I guess included in that is the angle afterwards. I thought the angle afterwards was a little weird because, you have Gresham and then you have Bandito, and then it's like a weird pause, and then Santana comes out and he cuts a promo, and Bandito's just there, and Gresham's there.
I think it's also odd that they had 2 people in the ring, so when I heard that music, I was like, oh, Santana and Ortiz, and they're going to both face them together.
Yeah.
And then it was just Santana, but...
I mean, I like Santana doing a singles thing because I think he's super... I think he's super underrated, and I think he definitely deserves more attention than what he gets. Not that he doesn't get attention in Proud and Powerful, but I think he deserves sort of to be highlighted as one of the best wrestlers in the world because he is.
I'm so excited to see what they're doing with him in AEW now. It was Chris Jericho's fault that they don't have the titles, so the fact that they're actually playing off of that in real life is great.
Yes, I agree. And Jonathan Gresham is a star, as always. No complaints there. He's always great. Love that man.
And worst match?
Oh, my worst match? Oh my gosh. Probably the tag match, and it really pained. Listen, I love tag team wrestling, and everyone knows this. I love tag team wrestling; it's my heart and soul. But that tag match, I felt no emotional investment in it at all. And I knew the people who were. Yes,
go fuck yourself.
We need less Chris Jericho in AEW, but that's another discussion. I think this tag match.
Save that for next week.
Okay. I think this tag match at Terminus was just, I think it was slow, and I think that it was not well thought out. And I thought everyone could have done better. Did I think it was bad? No, but I didn't think, given the hype of Terminus and all the promo that went into it and how excited everyone was, I think that they should have showed up more.
I think that this match just showcased Fred a lot for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this looked like the Fred show. Like, he was taking control of the match and everything like that. And I love Fred. So, I mean, I agree with you that the pacing was weird, and I think that the matchup was also weird for this match, and that might have been like the Styles thing. But Haley, what did you think? What were your best and worst?
Well, I also wasn't a fan of the tag match, so I'll just get that out of the way for the same exact reasons that Kiley said. However, I think I'm in the minority when I'm going to say this. I kind of enjoyed the Eliminator 4-way match. I didn't think I was going to, but I thought it was an interesting concept. And, you know, not to bring ADHD into this, but my brain works short circuit. Like, I get invested in things very easily, but I am just as easily, like, distracted. But I watched that match the entire time. I was surprised. I didn't hate it. And, you know, Garcia. So.
Oh.
My match of the night was, can you guys guess?
Is it Jordan Grace?
No, Josh Woods and Lee Moriarty.
Okay. Wow.
I love Josh. Everyone knows
Josh
I love Josh. And I love Lee too. It was so perfect technically for me. I was kind of sad that was the first match on the show. But I feel like it gave a good starting pace. But yeah, I was very excited to see that they announced Josh instead of Jay. I did a little happy dance with IC. I was like, that's so perfect. Only person missing on that card was Rhett Titus, but it's okay. You know, we can make up for that. You book him on the next show, and I'm fine with it. And then everything is all good. We got the whole foundation. Josh Woods calls me JC. So I'm going to pick Josh Woods every time.
Did you hear that?
What did you say?
What?
My voice is getting loud right now, so if you hear that, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Oh god.
No, we can't hear it.
Love that.
Okay, are you guys ready for my worst match? Moose.
Well, we knew that already.
I love Mike Bennett. I think Mike Bennett's great. He's one of my favorite like ROH guys, to be honest. Moose, no. Moose, unnecessary. Unnecessary to be on this card. I don't think his style worked with Terminus or anything like that. That's all I have to say on the matter. I think I just come on here and slander Moose, but sometimes people deserve it. Next, okay, let's talk the world on GCW. Let's do some predictions for the show. Let's talk matches we're excited about. You want to just quickly go through this card and we'll give predictions because we're going to do a post show for this after, so I don't want to give too much
Yeah, I think we could just do like rapid fire predictions for it.
Okay.
Why? Why would you speak that into existence?
He wants it. He wants to be in the Royal Rumble. He's not a big enough star though, but moving on. Let's start with one of my favorite matches, the pre-show 6-way scramble. Grim Reaper, Alex Zane, Dante Leon, Nick Wayne, Jack Cartwheel, Ninja Mac. Who do you guys got?
I don't know. It could be any of them. Maybe Ninja Mac. He's always a safe bet in these things because he just wins them all the time.
Haley?
I think
Sorry, we got to do speed.
I think the same.
Okay. Just to be different, I'm going to go Jack Cartwheel because I love him. Okay. There's a chance. No, my actual answer was Nick Wayne before that. Like I said this off air. I said Nick Wayne if they're going to just, go for it. Backup answer, Jack Cartwheel. If it's neither of them, I don't care. Jack Cartwheel's the best. Okay, next we have the pre-show Battle Royal. There's nobody announced for this, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. Do you want to take a guess who you think would win this? Like we can just do randoms.
AJ Gray?
Yeah, maybe.
It's a pre-show though. I don't think they're gonna put him on the pre-show.
He has nothing else to do.
I think they'll find a way to get him on the main card, maybe with Effie and Jarrett. I don't know. For this, I shall go Billy Starks. She's in New York, and I don't know if she's on the card, but I saw that she was there. So, Haley, what do you think for this? Do you have any guess?
No idea. No guess.
Okay, no guess. Also, Sean Ross Sapp just put out a report that there's some people in the area. So Marco Stunt looks like he's around.
Yeah.
Amy Rose is around.
Marco Stunt is an interesting one.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him there.
Yeah.
There was talk that at least one match is being changed due to a replacement. And they expect GCW to return to Hammerstein down the road. I think that's
nice.
It. Okay, I almost ended the broadcast. That would not have been good.
It's just the shortest episode ever.
Okay, let's talk the brass ring ladder match. We have PCO, Alex Colon, Tony Deppen, Lio Rush, Jimmy Lloyd, and Jordan Oliver.
Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, Jordan Oliver also.
I had Lio or Jordan, so I'll go Lio since you guys chose Jordan. I think Alex could actually be a good answer though as well. I think he's a sleeper pick. Ruby Soho versus Allie Ketch.
Allie.
Ruby.
Allie. I think they're gonna put Homegrown over on Ruby. I'm happy with either. I'm very excited to see this match regardless. I think this is gonna be a show stealer. Both of these girls are great, and a women's wrestling match in GCW, I'm all for it. Matt Cardona with Chelsea Green versus Joey Janela.
Matt. Haley, you want to say Joey? I know you do.
I do, but I don't think Joe. I'm just gonna say Joey just because.
I think it's Matt, but I hope it's Joey and Joey gets Chelsea.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with shit. I think it would be hilarious.
It would be.
I'd love that. Okay. Speak it into manifest it.
Jaychele is the god of manifesting. Okay. Jeff Jarrett versus Effie.
Effie.
I think so too. I don't know how this match is gonna go. I have no expectations for that.
No bars low. On the ground.
Is there a bar for that?
It's Effie, so you expect it to be good.
Yeah. We have Team Bandito, which is ASF, Bandito, and Laredo Kid versus Team Gringo, which is Arez, Demonic Flamita, and Gringo Logo.
Bandito.
I think Bandito too.
I think Bandito as well. I forgot Bandito was on this card until they announced this. So we have lots of people saying Jeff Jarrett here, and it's kind of concerning.
Stop. You're gonna manifest it, and I still have beef with Jeff Jarrett, but that's a discussion for another time.
Why do you have beef with Jeff Jarrett?
Listen, I was a diehard TNA fan. I watched it from the onset as a child, and I idolized Jeff Jarrett. And then Jeff Jarrett was Jeff Jarrett in TNA. That's all I gotta say. And then he was in the Royal Rumble, and we have beef. I love him, but we have beef.
Okay, why are people saying they love Jeff Jarrett? I don't. Next comment. We have the Briscoes, so Mark and Jay in an open challenge, and I think we know who this match is against. So I don't know if we want to say it or if we just want to give our predictions.
Well, it's going to be the Briscoes either way.
Yeah. 100%
Okay.
Briscoe.
They get good numbers in GCW and they're hot, so Briscoes.
Yeah, I think Briscoes too. If it's not who we think it is, who do we think it would be? Like, let's not touch on who. Like, let's just avoid that possibility. What are the chances of FTR is what I'm asking.
No,
I don't know. Okay, here's
They're
the
gonna
thing.
save that for AEW.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to save it for, like, Revolution, probably.
Yeah.
They could have the Briscoes debut in, like, mid-February and just build it hard for a couple weeks and then push it out in Revolution. I don't think AEW would give up that match with FTR, who's, like, the tag team in AEW, to GCW. As much as I love GCW.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, sorry. I think FTR, maybe they'll be there and they could do like a run-in or something and really set up the debut of the Briscoes in AEW because it's kind of gone cold a little bit. But as far as being in the match, nah.
I agree with that. I just think the idea of FTR and GCW at all is super interesting.
Yes.
Like that would just be so much like crossover. And Eddie Kingston's no longer on the card. So if AEW does owe them something, FTR is a good makeup. If it's Santana and Ortiz, I will lose my fucking mind.
Jaychele, could you imagine you on the post show talking about Santana and Ortiz and GCW?
Dude, I would just sit there just melted. At like what, 11 o'clock at night, just melted in my own self. It would just be my braids. It would be my braids just sitting here with my background. Do we think this happens? This is very off topic, but do we think this ever happens?
Yeah. Agogo's doing indies now.
Oh yeah, he is. He was in England, right?
Huh?
He was in England.
Yeah, because he had to get eye surgery, but he's back in the US and he's doing indies, so it could happen, yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen in AEW though. I think we will all scream. Hi William. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch GCW on Fight, and they're also on like major providers today. So if you want to order a regular pay-per-view, they have that available as well. Yeah, I would scream like a child too. If that happens, I think I'll open my phone and I'll record my pop for whoever this.
Yes.
Only if it's good. Only if it's good. If it's who we think it is, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
But like I'll delete it. But like if it's who we want, then I'll keep it.
Okay, Jaychele.
Okay, moving on. Sorry, we don't have time. Jonathan Gresham versus Blake Christian.
Gresham.
How good do we think this match is going to be, though? Because I don't want to sell Blake short because he's a really good wrestler. It's not like
yeah, I think he's an underrated technical wrestler. But out of 5 stars, I think it'll be at least 3, just because who's in it.
Also known as Cora Jade's boyfriend. Okay. And our world title match is Moxley versus Homicide.
Mox?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Mox.
I'm gonna go Homicide.
Oh, controversial. Why?
Moxley's best friend.
That's true. But also it's Mox, and I want him to win everything.
It is Mox. Yeah. I just think it's very interesting. I can't say too much, but
yeah,
there are many possibilities of how this could go down.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I'm excited to know. Yeah, moving on. What match are you guys most looking forward to? You can choose 2 matches if you need to.
Probably the Briscoes mystery tag thing, because I love a good mystery. And
I think I just worked into my mind that it's Santana and Ortiz, and now I need to try to get over that before the show happens.
And I think Ruby Alley will be a sleeper, but I think it has potential to be match of the night.
I agree. Haley?
I'm going to say Ruby and Allie and Cardona and Janela.
Of course it's fucking
it's Joey.
Of course it is.
Shut up.
I'm going to go 3 because I'm different. Ruby and Allie, ladder match.
Yeah.
Pre-show scramble match.
Okay, the scramble. GCW always does good scrambles.
They do.
And I like the people in the scramble, so, I'm very excited for that. But we got some Scramble veterans in there. I think it'll be really good. And everyone tonight is really going to show out. They're at the Hammerstein Ballroom. They're going to go crazy. They're going to do some crazy shit. I'm so excited for everybody.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. So New York law, you're not allowed to have blood. But ROH did it all the time at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Does GCW break the law and do blood?
They'll get fined. They'll take it. I think they'll do it. Haley, what do you think?
I think so.
It's GCW. They can't not believe.
Exactly.
Well, that's my thinking too. But people on Twitter, you know how they are.
They'll take the fine. Brett will take the fine for the product. Let's quickly do this. Anna Jay versus Jade. What did you guys think about this match?
Loved it.
I think it was one of Jade's best match.
Oh yeah.
I think Anna was a perfect competitor for her.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that combined Anna and Jade have less than 3 years of experience.
Why'd you mention it's in New York now? He's selling it to me. Eddie, you have sold me this match. I don't know what we need to do. Happen.
We need to go and we need to like track down Brett Lauderdale and like be like, hey, I don't care who you have. I have a better idea.
I got y'all.
Brett will pay for blood. Oh yeah, I bet he would because he knows we're paying for blood too. So that sounds really bad.
I'm paying for blood.
I mean, Moxley said he's going to start drinking people's blood, so I think it's only fair. Let's talk AEW contracts. We had some stuff go down this past week and a half or so since we've been off the air. Cody Rhodes is currently a free agent working as the AEW TNT World Champion. We saw him come back this week. He has a match in Haley's Town against Sammy Guevara, the TNT title ladder match. First, who do you think wins that match? And then how do you think Cody's journey goes? You think he just resigns? You think he pops up somewhere or something? Or
I think Cody wins it because especially after that promo last week, I think he's hotter than he's been in a long time since the pre-Agogo days. I think he stays in AEW.
I will cry.
I think he could show up and like do some indies or something. Here's the thing about it though. I think the free agency thing makes for good storytelling. So I don't think he's in a hurry to resign. To be honest,
yeah, I think it's an interesting circumstance. I think it's odd that we're not having him tease it more on air. I thought he would have brought it up more in this last promo.
But I think that's exactly why he didn't. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I mean, that's just what I've like come to expect from Cody, is whenever there's news, he talks about it. Okay. Lio Rush.
What a situation this is, guys. Here's the thing. Did he sign a 6-month contract? Why? And why is AEW giving out 6-month contracts like that? First of all, I think that's weird. I don't care if the NFL does it. I don't care. Second of all, I think the timing is suspicious. And I'm not alone in that. We have all this stuff with Swole and Tony Khan. And then Lio says he talks to Tony and they talk it out and they're going to move forward with, racial sensitivity and sort of understanding the Black experience. And then Lio doesn't get renewed.
Okay. I just want to thank Eddie. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for listening to our show. I apologize for things that I may say in the coming moments. I'm super concerned. Okay. There's many options here. Lio debuted at Double or Nothing, which was like 9-ish months ago now. Right?
Yeah, and then he retired. And then he came back. Yeah. Exactly.
So, okay, contract must have been terminated. Tony gave him a new contract. Did he give him a short-term contract? 1, because he didn't trust him enough, which is an issue in itself. 2, did Lio want a short-term contract because he doesn't like to be tied down, is what people have said, or I guess what he said before too. Mm-hmm. Is he having stuff with his family? Because I don't know if he's completely comfortable doing it right now, because it looks like he's just taking a bunch of indie dates, doing what he wants. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I could respect as well. But like you said, the timing is incredibly suspicious. We didn't see Lio on TV in December. We saw Jay Lethal step in and replace him in the Dante feud. They had T-shirts come out, and then they're no longer a team. Like, it was the highest flight shirts, and then they weren't a team after that. There's no blow off to this Taz feud. Is Lio even going to be on TV before the contract runs out on February 14th? What happens after that? Does Lio even continue to work in AEW without a contract? Does he still do a couple of dates every now and then? Does he just leave? Like,
it's a weird situation.
And
I feel like they were building towards something with Top Flight and Lio, whether that be when Darius comes back and is Darius and Lio versus Dante and Team Taz, whether that's them as a trios. They were doing something there, because I maybe I was the only one, but I felt Dante sort of sneaking into Team Taz and then dipping out like shortly after. I thought that was weird. I didn't like that at all. And now I know why it was weird, probably because of Lio.
Yeah, he is a part of this. I would expect that from him, even if he wasn't, though, because that's who he is. Like, he does music. It's a part of his identity. He's still on there. I just think it's very interesting how Lio tweeted some stuff, then takes back a couple of his statements. I mean, I guess after he learned new information, which is fair, but it still seemed a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
And then we see his contract not get renewed. I'm hoping that this was a mutual decision, or even just Lio's decision in general. He looks happy regardless. He's taken a bunch of dates, getting announced for everything, announced for Terminus, Swerve's House, that Pro Wrestling Revolver show, which is turning out really hot. And I think this has a lot to do with it. And this has a lot to do with what we might see in the coming months when it comes to Black wrestlers. Darius Lockhart, we won't see him in AEW now. Is this going to affect the decision of like an STP, of how they want to represent themselves and how they want to be presented within a company? That was one of my main issues when people were saying that they want an STP to go to AEW, was how much do I trust them with a presentation like theirs, when part of their identity is that they're Black and that they're representing Black culture. How well would AEW be able to represent that? In general, I'm just concerned for what this looks like for contracts moving forward. We also saw Peter Avalon's contract get run out. Apparently, that's what it seemed like, expired. And then we saw Pretty Boy. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and Cage.
Cage is official?
I think so.
I didn't see that, but I trust your judgment.
Yeah.
But Peter Avalon is taking dates. Marco has, I don't think he's said anything about it yet, though.
Is Marco still doing, what was it, The Voice? He's doing like singing?
He's doing The Voice, yeah. I don't think this is a fair comparison to make. I think there's issues with both companies and their representation of wrestlers in general. So yeah, I think if we're looking towards the future, I think there's a couple other contracts that are starting to run out soon. And I'm interested to see who of the originals still gets picked up, because obviously they're trying to move their roster around. I was not expecting that to start with Lio, though. I was not expecting a contract run out from Lio at all.
I wasn't either. And part of me feels a lot of these OGs like Peter and, you know, maybe like a Sunny Kiss, like a developmental talent. I think they'll be with AEW, but I think they'll be on a tiered contract or like a pay by appearance or something like that. I don't think they'll ever be completely gone. I don't think AEW fosters bad will like that, except for Big Swole. And that was, you know, a racial situation. So that makes the Lio situation all that more interesting. He hasn't said anything, so I don't want to put words in his mouth and say, you know, what he's thinking or what he's believing, but I think it's a little suspicious.
I would agree. I'm also intrigued to see what happens with Sunny Kiss as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know if their contract is up shortly or not. Like, it's not official if that's the news or whatever, but it would seem like that would be on task, like time-wise. I'm going to be paying attention to whose contract gets renewed and whose contract doesn't. So right now, things are not looking too good. The optics aren't looking too great right now. Haley, what did you think about this whole contract situation and all of the contracts that are running out or may or may not be running out?
Yeah, I think that I'm going to be paying a lot of close attention too, especially with the whole Swole, Tony, Lio situation. I think that they have to be very careful about where they go from here and what moves that they make, because a lot of people are watching, not just fans, but, potential wrestlers that they could sign down the line. So
I agree. It's just weird. And we have no information on it. Like, there hasn't been a lot of substantial leaks about it or anything published. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, Sean did put out that article, but
Yeah,
it wasn't too much info. Do you want to talk about Brian Cage a little bit?
we can. Here's the thing about Brian Cage. If you're one of these people on Twitter who is saying that Brian Cage is the Ali of AEW and he was never given creative or he was never pushed, you're wrong. You're just wrong. He had a killer debut. He had a world title feud. He had Taz, a legend. They gave him Ricky. They gave him Hook. He had a faction. And then they tried to turn him babyface and he got booed because people liked Ricky more. That's what happened. And so where do you go from there? And I don't know anything about what's going on backstage. I don't know where Brian Cage's head is at. I know stuff his wife has said about him being unhappy with his creative and his stories and everything. But you can... Cage can wrestle. The issue is, can Cage be personable? Can he be relatable to the audience? Can he make them feel something? And in AEW, he didn't do that ever.
I would say Cage is okay.
He's okay. And here's the thing. If you watched Cage before AEW, you know that he has it in him to be personable and be there with the audience. My thing is, maybe he's just not a good fit for the AEW audience and the kind of wrestling and the kind of character work that they like.
Yeah,
maybe.
I would agree. We'll talk about Ali in a second since we're on contract news, but I think Brian Cage never really worked in AEW for me. I had a little bit of higher expectations when he came into AEW because of what he was doing, the run that he was having before. I think even his matches were a little bit subpar for me. Like, even looking at a Brian Cage match in general, I feel like his strongest match was at Double or Nothing with Paige. I just am not appealed to his character, I guess. Like, he's just a big guy, and if I wanted to support a big guy, I would watch Wardlow. Like, I need something different.
Exactly.
Haley, what do you think about Cage?
No comment.
Oh,
word.
Haley said,
okay.
I'm censoring myself.
Word.
I don't want to get in trouble, so
I slandered Moose. Nothing will get in trouble here. Let's talk Ali, though. Jesus Christ, did shit unfold with Ali. He publicly requested his release. Well, it seemed like he likely did it privately and then announced it publicly. And then it comes out that WWE doesn't look to be releasing him. What do you guys think about this and their budget cut excuses now?
I know we talked about this on the podcast that we did, Jaychele. I don't understand why they wouldn't just release him. If you don't have anything for anyone, why are you still paying them? Like, why are they still on the payroll? Just let him go. Let him do whatever he wants to do, whether that's wrestling or, humanitarian.
This is not okay. This is not a fair comparison at all.
Whether that's more wrestling, humanitarian things, whatever he wants to do, he should be allowed to do it. And I think it's unfair that they're holding him until probably the next round of budget cuts. I just think it's incredibly unfair.
Which probably won't be until Mania, by the way.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that really gets me, right? You have nothing for him. And there's all these reports that he got in an argument with Vince McMahon and that, he wasn't happy with that, and none of his stories were getting picked up. He was pitching things. And this is the exact same story that FTR told when they left WWE, that they pitched nonstop to these people to get stories, and none of their stories were picked up, and they were given stories that they didn't like. And the same thing is happening to Ali. And FTR didn't get their release for like years after they first decided they wanted to leave. They decided they wanted to leave in like 2018, and they just waited. And I'm scared for Ali that he's going to be stuck there, not being able to do anything because you can't do third-party stuff. And it's just budget cuts. Okay, where?
I hope he gets to do that movie, though. I really hope he gets to do that movie that he wanted to do. He would have been perfect for it. And, of course, you know, they won't let him do that because he's not what they see in a star. And I think it's so stereotypical to try to put everybody in this box like they always do when it comes to what a superstar is meant to be. And to remember that moment when he was supposed to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then they were like, last second, oh no, Brock is winning.
I totally forgot about that.
I just think he's been fucked over so many times, and he really tried his best with Retribution and the hacker gimmick. I just don't know where he goes from here. I don't think they're going to put him on TV at all. I don't think they're going to do anything with him. I'm just really nervous, though. I hope that he's at least okay mentally, because I think this has to be taking a toll on his and his family's mental health.
I think he'd be good in NXT 2.0 if they went that route. But I don't know.
Do we want to do Gunther really quickly, or just no?
Oh, we could touch on it briefly, but
okay, let's do it quickly because then we're gonna do Royal Rumble.
Okay, here's the thing about Gunther. They trademarked the name of a Nazi commander who died in the war, so he was hailed as a war hero. And then people want me to believe that it wasn't intentional. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think there's people talking about this on Twitter who shouldn't be talking about this. And that's all I'm going to say. Because I'm not going to say no names, but...
But if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. The girls who get it, get it. The girls
who don't. Haley, what are your conclusions on Gunther? How does it change Walter's character, if at all? Or what does it signal for his future in a call-up?
It's hard because I don't think that there was anything wrong with his name or gimmick or anything to begin with. Like, I think they should have just left it alone. Like, let Walter be Walter. Everybody knows him as Walter. Like, I mean, I think he's still going to get called up, but I think it's going to be a while.
It's giving me Vladimir Kozlov vibes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It's giving
I don't want to speak it into existence. I am not manifesting that. I take the energy back. But if we're being real.
I'm getting that. I'm getting Vladimir mixed with Lars Sullivan.
Ooh.
Not what he did. Not like Lars outside of the ring. Apparently, Walter is a very good person. I will not be calling him that anymore. Walter is a good person. So I'm speaking like how they presented him. Every time I think about Walter on the main roster, I look at him like what happened at Survivor Series. And if they do that again, I don't think you can save that man. Can we just all say a prayer for Walter? Okay. Let's talk Royal Rumble. Let's do the matches first, and then we'll talk the Royal Rumble matches itself. We got Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Maurice and The Miz. First, how excited are you for this? Second, what's your prediction?
So excited,
Yeah.
Especially because we love the Divas so much. I'm so excited to see both kind of eras just intertwine.
We're trying to figure out a way to get them Divas belts. If you know where they can buy a Divas belts, please let us know. Okay.
Yes.
Who's winning?
I want to say Edge and Beth so bad, but I don't know.
Why is this a question for you guys? Are you actually considering Edge and Maurice? I mean, Maurice and The Miz?
Yeah.
A little, I don't know. I'm gonna say Edge and Beth.
I'll say Edge and Beth just because Jaychele's reaction scared me.
No, maybe I'm really wrong. I just don't see like the Miz pinning Edge or Maurice pinning Beth.
Weirder things have happened.
Very fair. Very
WWE.
true. Yes, but it's Edge, and I think they like Edge too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think they respect Beth because they brought her back just for this, it seems like. I wanted to see a one-on-one match with Beth and Maurice, but I guess we're going to do this bullshit. Becky Lynch versus Doudrop.
Becky.
How good do you think this match is going to be? Is it a sleeper?
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think WWE is going to give it time. You think WWE is going to give it time to be good? No. In and out. That's the Becky way.
I don't like Becky's matches recently either, so I'm just gonna move on from this. Please don't slander me, Becky fans. Jesus Lord. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
Brock.
Yeah.
I still think Brock Roman is the WrestleMania interesting story.
What if he squashes Bobby? That's not gonna happen. Somebody tell me that's not gonna happen.
I want it to be a good.
Why did you take a breath?
Because a lot of Brock's competitive matches have been against small guys like Finn Balor. I don't think Brock enjoys wrestling big guys, and I think he has the leverage to be like, "Hey, can I squash him?" Yeah. The real question is, WWE still invested in Bobby Lashley? Do we think so?
Brock beats Bobby in under 3 minutes. It's going to be an issue, like an actual issue. Like, that's an optics bad issue. Like, that's bad. Very, very bad.
This should have been Brock versus Keith Lee. Give it 15 minutes and let them go, but didn't happen.
Oh, Keith. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Okay. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins.
Roman.
Haley's laughing.
Are you going to pick Seth? She's going to pick Seth.
Listen, I'm going to say Seth, but I have a reason.
What is it? I need to know.
I just think at this point, like, I mean, they're building Roman up. It's over 500 days as champion, so I don't know who is going to take the title off of this man. But this is going to go into who I think is going to win the Rumble, so, like, I can't say it right now. I have to do that first, and then I'll come back to this.
Okay. I believe it was in 2019 that he last lost. I'm going to go Seth. Just because a bunch of people on Twitter are telling me Seth. And I kind of trust them a little bit. Like, if you guys are this confident, maybe I should be too. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see Seth win, just because he was supposed to get a title before at day one, like they said, but like the reports came out that he was supposed to win a title. Maybe they still find a way to do Roman versus Brock on Raw or something like that. I don't know. They could screw him out of this, and I would be like, I don't really care regardless. It's just two heels facing each other, and neither of them are playing face, so I don't know why I'm really supposed to care. But
I mean, the right way to go for Roman is Jey Uso, but are they going to do that? Jey Uso needs a singles push. I'm starting it right here, manifesting. That man needs it. Talk about underrated guys.
He has some great facial expressions.
Yes.
Amazing. Right where all black talent go after they get beaten by Brock Lesnar. Next, let's talk Women's Royal Rumble match. Who do you guys have winning this?
Maybe
I'm gonna go Naomi.
Naomi,
I think Bianca or Naomi.
I think it's literally can only be the three that we mentioned: Liv, Bianca, or Naomi. I think Liv has a path because of Becky. Bianca obviously has a path because of Becky, and I want Bianca to beat Becky in 25 seconds, and then
or less.
It won't happen, but that's what I want. And Naomi obviously has a path. It would be the perfect way to make up for the Sonya Steph. Is it gonna happen? No clue. If it's Charlotte Flair, I will kick my own fucking head off. Dude,
If it's Charlotte Flair, could you imagine the meltdown of the internet?
Who else here actually has a chance?
No one.
Rhea?
No.
If they try to heat her up, they could heat her up and do Rhea.
I mean, they
I think
so I feel like they owe her.
They do owe her, but I feel like the crowd is too like soured on her right now.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just done with Rhea. Like they're done with Charlotte. They're done with Rhea.
I think they needed to fix. They could have done something better with this Nikki ASH stuff. I feel like that's what they're gonna do in this Royal Rumble. Besides who's been announced, I think they still have some surprises. What's one woman you think will be in this match that hasn't been announced yet?
Roxy.
Oh, nice pick. Okay. Haley?
I'm gonna go Foxy. Alicia Fox.
Okay.
I like seeing her in the match.
Yeah.
And I feel like they bring it back for him, so.
Do I want to go Divas or do I want to go NXT? I'll do one of both.
Apparently Forbidden Door. You can go Forbidden Door too.
Yeah, I have a Forbidden Door for male. I'll go with Io Shirai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one.
And then I'll also go for a legend, Layla.
Give us
for Lay Cool. Okay. Who do you think is
Vicky?
No, Jesus Lord, no. Royal Rumble men's match. Who do you guys have?
I actually legitimately do not care.
Bye, Mike. We'll see you on the post show.
Bye, Mike. And I honestly don't think WWE cares either, but that's besides the point. Maybe my heart is saying like Big E or like Kofi or like, you know, someone who I love and have a soft spot for. But my brain is saying it's going to be a jacked white guy because of the character and like creative redirection. So maybe like Braun Breaker.
Fair. Haley?
So now I can circle back to this and why I think so.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Okay,
so I'm saying KO. And I know that they have like their little bestie thing going on, you know, but I just think that if they're going to do Brock and Roman, I mean, that's still a possibility. I don't know. But I think KO. I'm going to go with KO. I love Kevin.
That's a good one. I didn't think of that, but now I kind of agree.
I had KO and Big E tied for me. If I had to choose a sleeper just to fuck with myself, Damian Priest.
That would be awesome.
Great. I would love to see that.
I love Damian Priest.
I also think there's a chance AJ Styles might just fucking win. Just like, because they're like, we don't have anybody else.
What is happening to AJ Styles? We could have a podcast just about AJ Styles because what is happening to that man?
Oh God. Let's do a surprise entrant. Let's do a Forbidden Door because they said that they want to do a Forbidden Door for the male. And let's do an NXT, but we can't say Braun Breaker because I feel like we all want to say Braun. And I won't say Carmelo.
That's gonna be mine. I don't know what to say.
Do you want me to go first? I'll do Forbidden Door and then we'll do NXT. I feel like NXT is harder since I just said no Braun and no Carmelo.
Ooh, I got it.
Oh, Haley,
no,
spill the beans then.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think for my Forbidden Door, I'm gonna go Matt Cardona.
Stop it! I was gonna.
I feel like it's very likely. I feel like he would do it for the bag,
Yeah.
and he's a bigger star now.
That's true.
Haley, do you want me to think of another one?
No, it's fine. You already took it.
Now I'm conflicted.
Or they could do like a random debut if they want to do a Forbidden Door thing. Like they could choose somebody random from like ROH. Like who's big enough? Imagine fucking Jonathan Gresham in WWE. Good guy.
I think it'll probably be someone from Impact or on the Indies. Or even through the Impact, they could get to New Japan. But like the chances are very small. because a lot of New Japan guys are doing Impact and vice
What if they
versa.
do big cast?
If it's big cast, that is the biggest letdown of 2010.
I wouldn't put it past them. I literally would not.
And look, I don't hate big cast. I'm rooting for him. But if you're going to have a surprise Forbidden Door Royal Rumble entrant, something WWE does not do, it has to be big. And Matt Cardona, like, people know him in WWE, so I think that's a good bet.
Well, and he's killing it right now everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm trying to come up with someone better, but it's like not happening. Maybe
Oh.
Braun?
ooh.
Oh, I can see that. They tried to offer him a little bit of money, though. I don't know if he wants that back, but I think they could also do something with. I mean, I would say maybe fucking Mox. I don't know. I feel like that bridge is a little bit too burnt, but they did mention him. I don't know.
Here's the thing about Mox though. If he goes and they call him Mox, people are gonna be like, but that's Dean Ambrose. And Tony Khan is not gonna let them call his biggest star Dean Ambrose.
Okay. Very fair. Let's do NXT quickly so we can get off the air for GCW. My NXT pick is I will go Cameron Grimes.
Okay. I'm going Roderick.
Roddy.
I think Tommaso Ciampa will also be in there. We saw him do some main event stuff. Pete Dunne will be in there too as well. If they do Tony D, that'd be great as well. Let's do plugs before we get out of here. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. You can follow me on Twitter at Fuller_Kiley.
This one's definitely happening. I forgot about this shit.
Oh my god, Grayson Waller and AJ doing a stare down. That's peak storytelling. Peak long-term storytelling, Jaychele.
3 minutes.
You can follow me on Twitter at Fuller_Kiley. I do the GCW post show will be live tonight. Come and watch us. We're gonna have opinions, very strong opinions. I do ADHDivas. We're doing a new show on Fightful Overbooked. It's called Demo Divas, all about women's wrestling. Come check it out. It's gonna be great. That's my plug.
That was a good plug. She's getting good. Haley?
Kylie said everything I wanted to say, so you can follow me on Twitter right there. That's all I have to say.
Nice.
Okay. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Jaychele Nicole. I also write for Body Slam every now and then. You guys can check out all of Body Slam social media platforms. Body Slam Net on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. And yeah, we have Demo Divas coming to you Saturdays at 3 p.m. on Fightful Overbooked. We're so excited to bring you guys that show. I really think that we're going to bring it when it comes to production quality and when it comes to the content that we're going to be providing you guys over there. It's a huge opportunity and we promise to take advantage of it. And also, I launched a new project over the break called Wrestling with Whiteness, focused on telling Black stories through the mouths of Black wrestlers. Have a couple cool interviews coming out through the month of February. The full documentary will be out at the end of February or so. So far, I already announced the story of Shane to the Promotions. I have some other cool stuff, which I guess I can announce now. We have Darius Lockhart. We'll have Tasha Steeles on there. We'll also probably have Willow Nightingale, Culture Inc., the main event, some other cool people. And yeah, I hope you guys will check that out. We're so excited to do this show with you guys every week. We'll see you again next Sunday for a full show, 6 p.m. Bianca time. So happy to be there. And you'll also catch us on Fightful Overbooked at 3 p.m. on Saturday. So we'll see you in 6 days. Peace out, y'all.